So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Walk tight, walk tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Switch up, switch up.
2nd and 10. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a... Flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Go. Go.
Throwing again is Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20.
He's got him in. Complete. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one. 43 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
This is it. 19. Got double time. 26. 3 down, 3 down. Let's go.
On 1st down, McGowan. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
19.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
45, Mike, 45. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Watch safety creep. Down him, go. Down him, go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Watson steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The quick slant caught, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken from the 7. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On first down, Carr. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Throwing again on second down. Carr. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Let's get it.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
43 to Mike, boy, 43. Check, 43.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Looking for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. On second down, McGowan. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 1 brings up third down and 11.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Falcons nothing.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Check, check. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch 36. Watch the screen. Hey, switch. 54. Switch. Watch the slant.
From the gun, here's Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 47 yards. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. From the 31, Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The Texans on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. On first down, Watson. Buying time to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
In search of 8 yards on third down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2.
54, right there. 54, Mike. 55.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Carr now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down.
Watch the pass.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Dancing to his left. They've got his man complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards. On first down, it's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, but it'll be second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. That's complete to Smith. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Watch the ship. What to do? Watch the ship.
Now Carr. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. You're mine. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
From the gun, Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah,
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. After the interception, here's Watson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's checking.
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Watson now over 200 yards already in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10.
54. Mike 54. Oh, here we go.
Again, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
Now, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So two thoughts come to mind. One, get some oxygen. You fill up your lungs a little bit. And number two, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. Now Watson on 3rd and goal. This is caught. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. They'll run on first down. McGowan. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. On first down, McGowan. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. From Falcon territory now, here's first and 10 at the 41. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he fends him off. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Check 55 to Mike. Hey, Wahoo. 55 is Mike, guys. 55. Ain't no way. Get in the way.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Carr, he'll take a shot, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And give him... Now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Deltha O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
That good for 22 and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Watson, and he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength. 25, check 25, check 25. You go tight. You got him, go.
Now a give, right side. McGowan. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34.
Alert! 45.
Here's Watson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
54. Oh, you got deep. Check. Crunch. 54.
Watson on 1st down. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Texans push further out in front. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Justin Reed. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted. but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Right back to him on first down. And they'll get this down to the 10. That one a 14-yard play, and it keeps this drive moving. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 8-yard line.
Now a give, right side. McGowan, he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front.
Brandon, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Gay is on for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Next to score, Texans 28, Falcons
0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 2nd and 13. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. He sets to fire deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
On 1st and 10, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon, as his guys continue to pour it on. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of Robert Woods. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll go to Adams, try to pound it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will get him one closer. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. They'll run on first down. McGowan, nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. On second and 9, Watson, rush coming, and he's taken down. Following the sack, it's now third and long for Watson and the Texans. Third and long, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. 2nd and 10. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
That's it. 51 the mic, boy. 51.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
66. Pull it. Ha.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson.
Check, 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 check.
And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. It's a gain of 35.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They keep it with Smith on 1st down. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Last stop.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. McGowan. 7 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Just like that. Just like that. Check Nick.
From the 50, it's Watson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watch the edge. Hey, 24.
On 2nd down now, McGowan. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
And Watson's going to throw it here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. In for the score. And the Texans push further out in front. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
51's the mic. Check right.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Foundation.